At first, there are the dreamers, the visionaries, the romantics. Dreaming about the future, writing and talking about the impossible. Next, come the enthusiasts, and show that the project is feasible. And then the professionals, who make the fairy tale come true. And it all starts with a dream. We tend to start thinking about our health only as we gradually begin to lose it. Over the years, this deteriorating health situation becomes more and more desperate. Work full of stress and conflicts that causes physical and mental exhaustion. Food full of chemical additives and GMOs. Medications that do more harm than good. Polluted air, land, and water. Sadly, it is not always possible to avoid these damaging factors. And their effects are frequent colds, fatigue, malaise, chronic illnesses, and so on, ultimately lead to an ever-worsening state of health, with any hope of improvement gradually fading away. All this pessimism was fully justified, until the appearance of the SLN Life technology. This technology is like a wonderful fairy tale that has suddenly come true, thanks to the genius of an outstanding man, who, as so often happens, was neither understood nor accepted during his lifetime, the Russian scientist Nikolai Levashov. It all began in 1989, when Nikolai Levashov developed the idea of creating a device with the ability to heal human beings, based on principles currently unknown to modern science, medical or otherwise. He understood that nature is extremely complex in its simplicity. At that time, the most appropriate device for the execution of the idea turned out to be an electronic watch with a calculator. In his book, Nikolai Levashov wrote about this idea. I decided to use the digits of the calculator for the controls. I simply connected each number on the calculator to the activation of a specific structure of the device, which would have an effect on corresponding organs or systems of the human body. The device owner simply had to enter the necessary key combination in accordance with the particular condition of an individual, and the effect would take place. That was the first step in the creation of what we refer to today as SLN device, or the PSI generator, as Nikolai Levashov liked to call it. The generator was created in the form of a dodecahedron and was endowed with intelligence, after which the generator became quasi-alive. The details of all the successes and disappointments of these initial steps are described fully in his autobiography, The Mirror of My Soul. For various reasons, further work on the Life Generator, also known as the SLN Life Generator, was postponed for 2 long decades. It was 20 years later that Nikolai Levashov decided to bring this idea back to life with the help of the Russian Scientific and Technical Society. By that time, science and technology had moved forward significantly, and in the middle of 2010, the basis for the renewed SLN device was the smartphone. The touchscreen made it possible to develop a beautiful, information-filled program that would help to solve the specific problems of a particular individual, and would be an integral tool in understanding how the human organism is built, which was one of the necessary conditions required by Nikolai Levashov. In 2011, the smartphone was replaced with the more convenient and suitable tablet. The first Life technology device saw the light of day, and was named the SLN device in honor of Nikolai Levashov's wife and partner, Svetlana Levashov. Over the following 4 years, the tablet models and software used to program them changed and evolved to be more convenient and perfect. As the result of this tireless labor, the Russian Scientific and Technical Society presented the new generation of SLN technology device in January 2015. The improved device lets the user interact with the healing program using any home computer, while the device itself does not require any power source or electrical recharging. Although the SLN program continues working with or without a user control panel, through a telepathic link with the user, most people do not know how to interact in this way. Because of the upcoming transition to new energy sources, and the fact that the SLN Life technology is not inherently compatible with modern electronics, a device without electronic components, that does not need to be recharged or replaced, becomes necessary. Here we must mention another outstanding Russian scientist, Alexander Katibov, whose work is the basis for the creation of a new science. This man laid the foundation for a new understanding of the physics of the human cell, the physics of the brain, and the physics of energy. Thanks to the knowledge gained from the work of Alexander Katibov, new programs for the control of Nikolai Levashov's life generator were created. So, what is the PSI generator, or the SLN device? And why is it so beneficial for anyone, regardless of their age, lifestyle, and state of health? The world in which we live is very hazardous toward all living things. The human body is constantly under the effects of harmful radiation from various appliances. Medications and vaccinations reduce immunity. The consumption of low-quality foods, filled with chemicals and poisons day after day, leads to intoxicated and damaged cells. And with age, all these factors accumulate in the form of residues, which interfere with normal metabolic functions. These residues, also called free radicals, are intracellular molecular compounds that reduce the energy level of the cell itself, and are only one of the many factors that affect the human body daily. The life generator neutralizes the destructive impact of all these negative factors, through the action of the so-called PSI field, or life energy field generator installed on it. Gradually, it restores the immune system, sharply increases the body's protective forces, and clears out toxins. The SLN generator activates the process of cell regeneration, replacing the old damaged cells for new, healthy ones. The result of this cellular regeneration is increased strength, vigor, and a sense of youthfulness. These processes do not happen very fast, but they steadily transform the human organism into a state of mental and physical stability and resilience, even under the harsh influence of external negative factors. How does this work? What are the principles used by the PSI field generator, also called dark matter generator, in the form of the SLN device? These technologies work under principles that modern science is only beginning to approach. The very term dark matter, out of which the PSI field generator is created, is controversial and misunderstood to say the least. Not one cell of our bodies can exist without control by the brain. Even such an insignificant example as the location of all organs within abdominal cavity of people. How does each organ maintains its spatial position, in spite of its reasonably large weight, without interfering with each other in the exercise of their functions? Why the notorious law of universal gravity does not draw down the organs into the lower abdominal cavity? There is no magic there. Life generator interacts with the human brain at the level of rationality, and subtly senses all changes in the human body. The SLN technology is able to solve problems by eliminating disruptions to the bodily functions of the whole organism. When interacting with the user's brain, the SLN generator introduces additional life potential of 124 years and longer, in the context of ongoing further development of the brain. The redesigned SLN device is very easy to use. The computer program installed on it can be accessed from any computer. Simply connect the device to the computer, and then open the program and select the body systems and organs which require healing. The selected positions are translated as a command to the PSI field generator, and the SLN device begins to work in line with the chosen positions. However, even if you do not know what systems or organs to select, the generator is capable of diagnosis to find the cause of illness. The SLN programs are ever self-developing, and are intelligent and inventive. After all, as I have mentioned earlier, the life generator is intelligent and a quasi-alive. The overall healing effect is holistic, treating both the direct cause of the illness and the organism as a whole. Once the healing program is set, all that is required is to keep the device with you, or nearby in the same room. Occasionally, when the necessity arises, you will change the settings or the intensity on the dial on the back of the device. Upon using the SLN technologies, a person's immune system gradually gets stronger, susceptibility to colds decreases, and chronic conditions improve. These examples are often given by people in their reviews of the SLN technologies. You can watch these interviews with users in Russia and abroad, by visiting the lifegenerator.org website. People are conditioned to expect instantaneous miracles in a form of either a magical wand, or a pill. I will not mislead you, I was not instantly cured. We all know that is not possible, yet I can say with certainty that SLN technology works. I no longer have sharp blood pressure spikes. It still changes with the weather, but not nearly as dramatically. My biorhythms have also improved. It is important to understand that the recovery speed depends on individual's endurance level. The body's systems come into the balance under gentle, yet persistent influence of the Life Technology device. Just think about how important this is. You do not have to poison yourself with chemicals, undergo unpleasant and very expensive procedures, or swallow pills several times a day. This technology gives you with time to live your life, here and now, without fear of dying while too young or from becoming too sick. Life Technology users know that even though yesterday has passed, tomorrow has yet to come. Sometimes in our lives, we have the fortunate opportunity to offer something of real help to people. The SLN Life Technology device, perhaps, is the most precious gift. These opportunities must not be squandered, for they may not come again. For more information, visit lifegenerator.org website, or find us on Facebook. We wish you a good health and a long happy life.